Hello everyone, how are you today? Welcome back to Pacific Front channel. Finally, after years of delays, the Philippine Air Force Long Range Patrol Aircraft or LRPA acquisition project gets a green light. The move was confirmed after a series of Special Allotment Release Order or SARO has been released by the Philippine Department of Budget and Management for various defense modernization projects. With this go sign, in the coming years, Filipino people will have a new asset protecting their waters. What is the LRPA project all about? What are the requirements? Who's competing? And why does the Philippine Air Force need this asset? Let's find out in today's video. The Long Range Patrol Aircraft or LRPA is part of the Philippine Armed Forces Horizon 1 Modernization Program, which seeks to acquire two maritime patrol aircraft with a budget close to 6 billion peso or $105 million. However, due to several bidding failures, PAF decided to halt the project in 2017 and then restarted it for the fiscal year 2021. Not until August 2022 when all became clear, when the Department of Budget and Management released a SARO for the Philippine Department of National Defense, including 896 million peso or $15.7 million for the initial funding of the LRPA, as well as 3.9 billion peso or $63 million for the additional Black Hawk acquisition project. The project began in 2013 when PAF decided that acquiring new maritime patrol aircraft would be among their top priority and has put it in the Horizon 1 modernization program. In late 2013, the pre-procurement process was underway and was decided to be a two-stage bidding. Besides the basic requirements such as minimum payload of 5 tons, endurance of 7 hours, cruising speed of 370 km per hour, range of at least 1,400 nautical mile, and service ceiling of 7,600 meters, the mission system requirement for the project includes search radar, aerial surveillance, electro-optical and infrared camera, electronic support measure, electronic intelligence, communication intelligence, magnetic anomaly detector, sonobuoy processor and receiver, downlink system, and tactical data link. In the first attempt in 2014, none of the bidders passed the first stage of the bidding process and the first bidding attempt was considered a failure. A second attempt was made in 2016 with several bidders submitting their offers for the first stage bidding process. Only Airbus was able to pass and eligible to participate in the second stage. But in early 2017, Airbus failed to submit a compliant bid for the project and the second stage bidding was declared a failure. Taken from Max Defense Philippines, Airbus was unable to submit a compliant bid due to the project budget being in dollar and euro value shrunk. So they can only offer one ASW-capable MPA and one MPA without ASW capability, which was not accepted by the PAF and the DND Bids and Awards Committee. A third attempt was made in the same year with only a single-stage bidding process and more comprehensive technical requirement, including an addition of 2 ultra-high frequency or UHF radios per aircraft, addition of color weather radar per aircraft, and a defined specification for the mission systems and subsystem. But as I briefly mentioned earlier, this bid attempt also failed. Several bidders made offer for the project from the aircraft manufacturer and system integrators. Those aircraft manufacturers include Airbus Defence and Space with their P295 MPA and P295 ASW Persuader based on the C295, Leonardo with their ATR-72MP and P-72A based on commercial turboprop aircraft ATR-72, and the Indonesian Aerospace with their CN235 MPA. While the system integrators who participated are Swordfish MPA using the Bombardier Dash 8, Canada Spell Aerospace with their MPA solution also using the Bombardier Dash 8, Israel Elta System and Elbit Systems, both of which are open to use either on the C295 or ATR-72, and Thales Group, which is open to use on the C295. According to Max Defense, solution using the C295 or ATR-72 platform is preferable due to the C295 commonality with the PAF medium transport aircraft fleet and the ATR-72 practicality and engine commonality with the C295. The ATR is also found to be favorable despite not having a ram door, which makes the installation of the system easier, because the PAF fears that the aircraft would be used for transport rather than maritime patrol if the equipment inside is using a modular system and can be easily removed and replaced. Meanwhile, for the Indonesian aerospace offer, even though their CN235 MPA size and performance don't meet the PAF requirement, they have made a generous offer to compensate it by offering the NC212I as part of the deal and plans to include participation of Philippine companies in the project. The Indonesian government also had reached a defense agreement that allows for G2G deals, which is the mechanism that the PAF are looking for. As for the system integrators, PAL Aerospace and Thales Group are expected to pass on this project because they have had bad experiences in the past when dealing in the Philippines. The Canadian government, for example, experienced issue when they questioned the Duterte administration on human rights issue, which led to the cancellation deal with Bell Helicopters. While Saab is also at a disadvantage due to the lack of defense agreements between both countries. Only Israeli companies that have a chance of winning the bid. And last June, PAF Technical Working Group for the project conducted post-qualification inspection in 2 locations in Israel and Europe to inspect the sensors and the aircraft platform. Although at the time of writing, the notice of award hasn't been made public yet, it appears that ATR-72 and Elta systems are the frontliner and expected to win. The ATR-72 is a turboprop regional airliner developed and produced by Franco-Italian company ATR. Taking its first flight in 1988, it was developed as the stretch variant of the ATR-42, ATR first aircraft model. More than 1,000 ATR-72 has been produced so far, with the customers ranging from passenger airlines companies, cargo services, and military operators. With hundreds of this model currently flying around the world, the Philippine Air Force don't have to worry about spare part availability for their future asset. While it's still unconfirmed what Elta system offered to the PAF, they currently have the Eli 3360 MPA system, which can be tailored to the customer's choice of platform. Their MPA sensors and communication suites can collect, compile, interpret, and disseminate data from the aircraft's multiple integrated sensors to other assets including other aircraft, surface vessels, and shore facilities. And we all know, Elta system is the leading sensors manufacturer and system integrator, so the PAF are guaranteed to have versatile, state-of-the-art MPA solution. Philippines geography always reminds me of Indonesia's geography. We both are archipelagic nations surrounded by vast bodies of waters. We're both located in the busiest waterways in the world and have a dispute with a neighbor who claim 90% of the waters in this area. With these challenges, the Philippines need to have a capable maritime surveillance capability to defend its sovereignty, which is currently non-existent since the early 90s after they retired their full-fledged MPA, the Fokker F-27 Enforcer. The ongoing LRPA acquisition project is meant to revive this capability. With the more advanced performance and sensors than the legacy asset, the future MPA aircraft offers a leap in capability for the PAF. Hopefully, this aircraft can help the Philippine Air Force to better defend Philippines water and deter anyone who wants to make trouble. I know it's been delayed for 9 years, and I also know the aircraft won't arrive for several more years. But hey, it's better late than never. I'm looking forward to the official announcement for the LRPA Notice of Award. I bet it will come in a couple of days or weeks. That's it for today, an update from the Philippine Air Force Long Range Patrol Aircraft project. What do you think about the ATR-72 and Elta systems as the possible winners of the project? Do you agree with this combination, or do you have something else in mind? Let us know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching everyone, I'll see you in the next one.